everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome to the season 6 finale of Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this 9 a.m. Eastern time hour, though we will be on a little hiatus between now and February 4th when we come back for our season 7 premiere. And February 4th, so fun for me because I made it a thing years ago to come back from break on the week of my birthday. But this year it's falling on my birthday. So I'm super excited about that. And I think we're going to have so much fun on that premiere, but we're not going to fast forward to them because we have a lot of fun prepared for you today. It is the season 6 finale of Project Joy Live. And it's interesting for me because the other shows that I've done, it's been easy for me to sort of, keep mental track of how long we've been on the air and everything else. But it's Project Joy Live is it's such a different egg compared to the other shows that I do. And so I have to keep going back and counting again and again, no matter how many times I do it, again and again and again. I can't believe we've been doing this for 6 years. It's insane to me. So I'm super excited that it's something that continues to resonate with people. I'm so thankful for everybody that watches, everybody that's been a part of the show. And I want to share a little bit of my joy about it with you today. We have lots of friends joining us in the background. I know I have some people that need to go, and so I'm going to be getting you on so you can say hello. We can say hello, chat for a minute, and let you get on about your days as well. And I'm just so thankful for all of you that are in the back, in the green room with us, and all of you that are watching as well. So to give you a brief history for anybody that is unaware, I have shared numerous times on this show and other shows about my health journey and the challenges that I have faced since I was a very young child with my health. And it's interesting because there always seems to be sort of a up and down of things, like most of life, right? Like some years are really tough and some are great. For me, 2019 was one of the hardest years I had with my health. I think I had between somewhere 60 something tests that year with no results. I was exhausted by the end of the year. I was tired of being poked and prodded, and I was tired of waiting for some kind of answer or result in order to choose to live with joy and choose to live my best life. And so I made this declaration at the end of 2019, and I said the words simply out loud and with gusto, if you will. I'm just not going to do anything that doesn't bring me joy anymore. It was just a dig my heels in. I'm just not going to do it. So what did that mean for me? It meant that, obviously, I think hearing that back, I go, okay, well, there's a lot of things that I have to do, right? We've got adults got to adult sometimes. We've got to pay bills. We got to wash dishes. We got to do laundry. We got to do a lot of these things that we want to do in our life, but that we have to do and that don't necessarily bring me joy. So in those moments, I had to tap into something else and go, I've either got to make this joyful for myself, or I have to remember that I am the joy and I bring the joy to the situation. And so then I said, there's no point in keeping joy to ourselves. And I sat down December of 2019 and I wrote down 52 places in my life that I could find joy. And that became the first season of Project Joy Live beginning in the beginning of 2020. Now, I still see it as sort of divine timing because there was no way for me or any of us to know what 2020 would bring and how many people would need a way to tap into the joy. And so I had started out with it being a very short podcast, little bits of joy throughout 2020. And then at the end, at the end of every thing that has its season, we say to ourselves, does this need to continue, or am I good? Did I get the 52 out and I'm done? And I thought, well, now, because my other shows are so well orchestrated, planned ahead of time, I know what I'm going to say. I know who I'm going to be booking on. I want to do something that's just fly by the seat of my pants and have it be that joyful experience. And that's when we switched from Project Joy podcast to Project Joy Live, beginning for the second season in 2021. And so I love this show because other than, as we've gone along, and now I have incredible co-hosts who come on the show with me. Other than that, I never really know what's going to happen. And so there's part of that really brings me joy, because I have this very structured, planned side of myself, which brings me a certain amount of joy. But then I also have a part of me that I love surprises, and I love to just go with the flow. And so that brings me just as much joy as well. And I get the pleasure to experience that here on Project Joy every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm so thankful for everybody who's been on this journey with us, and who gets it. It's not, like I have said so many times, we don't always wake up ready to go. We don't always wake up and go, man, I feel great today. Look at all this joy, right? Sometimes we have to revert and remember, and make the decision that we're going to grasp onto joy. And I feel like everybody, whether they appear on the show or they watch in the audience, that they're here for it. And I'm so thankful for that. So we're going to do a few things today. I want to share with you one thing in particular that's bringing me immense joy today. We're going to say hi to some friends that are here. We are going to, I have something to premiere for you guys today, which is a little sneak peek at what's to come in February of 2026. And, lots of goodness on tap for you today. Okay. I want to say hi in the comments really quickly. Trista Polo's here, as well as Destiny Charm Divination. Yes, we are celebrating 6 years. So grateful that you are a part of it as well. Trista, Miss CK is here. She's in the back. It was quite the declaration, and it's not always easy, and I think me wanting to do this show was a sort of, I wanted to prove it to people. I wanted to prove to people that you don't have to, it's not as hard as we make it out to be. Sometimes you just have to make the choice. We go with the flow. Thank you so much. I decided, since Olivia and I were talking about color this year and different cultures and things like that, I said, you know what? I'm going to wear something bright today in honor of how I always wear monotone colors. I'm going to wear something bright today. So thank you for that. Kevin's out here. Listen, I want to mention this really quickly because it's so important to me to have this moment of gratitude. Kevin Kiley, thank you for lending us your song Climbing this year. Kevin's song Climbing was our theme song that you hear every intro and outro of the show for the entirety of season 6 in 2025. And that song reminds me every single day, no matter what happens, to keep going. And Kevin, I'm so thankful for you, for your part that you've had in the network, and also for lending us your song Climbing. Thank you for that. And Kevin would be here this morning to celebrate with us, except sometimes work is working and holds him hostage, and it's fine. It's not fine, but it's okay for today. Look at all this joy. That has never been said when someone wakes up. Has that ever been said? Once in a while. Yes, make the decision. Good morning, Brittany. This this crystal, this monstrosity here is my healer quartz. I had an intuitive jewelry maker make me this a few years ago, and you go through. It's like a process. It's like a couple months, and she kept like hearing all these different crystals for me. It would no shock. She would like a list of like 12 different crystals. And she was like, this is going to be the biggest, most colorful piece I've ever made in my life. And I said to her, um, okay, it's whatever you think. Well, then right before she went to go start putting the pieces together, she found this giant healer quartz, and she was like, I'm scrapping the whole thing. This is it. This is, and I'm like, it's whatever. And I said, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I can embody a piece like this, but every now and then I bring it out for special occasions. And so I appreciate Allie Krause, who has been on the Breakthrough Show. Love it. Is it too late to change? Go ahead. You know, you know where the hair and makeup room is. You can for sure. We see the nails and the lashes. It's happening as well. Yes, you can find Climbing by Kevin Kiley everywhere you can stream music. Kevin says, thank you for relating to it. That's why I'm an artist. I love you so much, my friend. I love you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Miss Brittany. Hopefully, everybody's good. I'm just reading the green room chat too while I'm over here, which is only, I feel special. I get to be the fly on the wall. All right. So, I want to share a couple things, but we're going to get some friends on to say hi first, because, I want to start off with the person who, is an amazing human being. She's become a really good friend. She received, in my opinion, what is the highest honor at our recent awards. And she's smiling. She's like, I know who this is. Because I know she's not 100% today, so we're going to let her go rest. But I do want to say hi to her. Everybody, please welcome my friend, Dr. CK, to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful people. Wow, it's such a pleasure to be here. Listen, I'm a little nasally and it's nasty. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that out there. How do you throw out joy when you're nasally and nasty? Yeah, it's, you gotta love the kids. You know, they bring germs in and then they spread them like wildfire. So yeah,
it's so funny in our house because somebody will literally, and Marjean's here this morning, she'll attest to this, I'm sure. Somebody will give the littlest sniffle or little or whatever, and I'll be like, nope. And I turn around and I go right to my room. I'm like, no, we are not doing it.
You know, I'm looking at the chat and it's hilarious. Stacy's like, that nasally and nasty is going around.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trista, for the good vibes. And Jamie says, joy is the nasty antioxidant. I love it. I had reached out to Jessica earlier and I said, what did I commit to? Because I don't look or sound presentable for joy right now.
Listen, you embody joy.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I try to remember that. Honestly, this has been a hard year.
Yeah, right?
This has been a hard year. And even this month, it's like it's intensified. You know, it's like before 2026 gets in, I'm going to hit you with some more things. And it's like, how do you keep joy around? How do you make joy a priority when all the other stuff is happening in life? And I love that you made a list of 52 things. I was very impressed. I was like, 52 things. Do I have? I'm like, okay, I could probably come up with 52 things. But that took some time. I was like, she had to, like, that took some time for that. Like, what was on your mind for you to come up with 52 things?
Well, it ended up being like 52 places, 50 or 52 ways or 52, like it was a mixture of 52 things. And I was
Okay.
like, and it wasn't necessarily that in that moment when I made that list, I couldn't necessarily think of something joyful in that moment. Good morning, TJ. I
Just put this is the one who he's one of the reasons why. Go, mommy's on a very important show.
But I
He's just like,
couldn't I
don't
couldn't
care.
necessarily think of like something in the moment. I just had a thing. For example, one of the things I wrote down was grief. I didn't necessarily know when I wrote down how can I find joy. I just wrote it down, and it was a commitment to I'm going to think about what does joy look like in these 52 things, you know. And so it was interesting. It was an interesting journey that first year of like really digging in and going, where is the joy in every moment? Every
You have
moment.
done such an amazing job, though. I know I've told you this several times before, but you've
Mm,
done such an amazing job, even just to get to year 6. You know, I kind of was a bit like conflicted when you were like, it's been 6 years. And I thought about the podcast that I had for 2 years. It was when I
mm,
started it when I was in China, kept it, it was thriving, going. And then when I moved to the Philippines, I was just like, I'll start it up next year. Like I'll come in with
mm,
season 3 hot next year. 3 years later, still nothing. And
yeah.
it's just like when you know all the work that goes into putting on a production, when
Mm.
you know we don't just hop on camera and just start talking about stuff. Like there's research, you
Yeah.
know, there's
Yeah.
there's contacting people, there's showing up yourself. There's just
Yeah.
so many things. And for you to consecutively do this 6 years, we all should just like take a moment to really honor you for your consistency and for the grit that you have, that in spite of all the things you've been through, you still choose joy.
Appreciate
That's
that.
very, very powerful.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
powerful.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I wouldn't be able, I could come in. We all know that I can talk. Not a surprise. I could come on here and talk to myself every day, but this show in particular is so important for me to have all of you, everybody that's been a part of this show over the last 6 years has been just magical, just magical. It has made it what it is, and it proves the point of the show that joy is who we are. Because every time somebody comes on the show, it's not a guarantee that they're having a great day, you know.
Case in
Um,
point.
and, hello. And so I'm just thankful for it. Thank you, my friend, for stopping on today and for sharing your joy. And I appreciate you being a part of not just Project Joy this year, but the Breakthrough Show, the community, the awards ceremony. You've been a part of a lot of things, and I'm just so grateful for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you all for having me. You guys are the best, and I look forward to seeing what comes out of Project Joy Live and the Breakthrough Show Network in 2026.
Yes, here it is. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to play a super quick intro. And when you see the intro, you're going to know who's coming on. Cause then I'm going to click you to be on here. So it's a guessing game. Here we go. Thank you, CK. See you next time.
You're welcome.
She has the sassiest intro and is by far my most sassy child as well. Please welcome back to the show, Margine Dugas.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning from the other room. Thank you for coming on this morning, even though I'm sure you would have rather been sleeping today.
Yeah, probably. Because just like CK, I'm not feeling 100%. And I really do admire the fact that she is on here. Because I'm probably not feeling as bad as she is, and she's still showing up. So,
and y'all were it would have probably wouldn't have been as bad if y'all weren't digging tunnels through the snow yesterday outside. So there's that. There's that. We're going to get some more people on the screen. Again, we're going to play a little game. Whose intro is this? Must be the self-love shenanigans queen. Trista Polo is here.
Hello. And my breakfast was served.
Where's my bell? It's served. There it is. Good morning, Miss Trista. How are you today?
Amazing.
Love it.
We have the rest of the year just like sprawling out in front of us. So much time to get everything done. I love it.
Yes, thank you for that perspective and that bit of joy this morning, because some of us are just trying not to hyperventilate as the minutes tick by.
That's right. It's all how you see it, just like the joy in the morning, right?
I love it. Do you have your charms with you this morning, Trista? I forgot to ask you before the show.
I mean, they're right over there. I can get them. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to bring somebody else on. But if you could choose one for us, we're going to choose one for reflection and one to look ahead. And then, all right. All right. Here's somebody else's intro. Who is it that is coming on the show today? Let's find out. You know it's a vibe. It must be Olivia Ambani this morning.
Hello.
Good morning. I'm so glad you got to come on today.
Yes, me too. I'm really hoping. It's raining very heavy where I am, so I'm hoping the lights stay on.
Yes, let's cross our fingers for that. Fingers for that. So I switched up your little intro, and that little groove. It's such a groove when you come. It's chill.
It's amazing. I like it.
And we found out the last time Olivia was on the show that she's got new music coming our way in 2026. So we're super joyful and pumped about that.
Yes.
Anything else in particular bringing you joy this morning?
Well, I finished editing my Swiss vlogs. I've done 4 episodes. This is the 5th one, which is the final episode. So it's going to be up today at 7 p.m. Kenyan time, which is in like an hour and a half. So
there it is.
Super pumped. I was like, I need to have the last episode up before 2025
yes.
is over. So super joyful.
Yes, you did it. Because like Trista said, we have all this time. Left. I'm here to live the delusion. All right, everybody. Next person coming up is a friend of mine and has been a part of not just my show, but others on the network. Who does this belong to? Let's find out. It must be Miss Brittany. We have you muted.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning. Good to see you today.
So good to be here.
Good to have you on. How are you feeling with all this time we have left in the year, Brittany?
Overwhelmed, I think is the word feeling very overwhelmed, but I'm also taking the time to relax, to bring me, to refresh my energy into the new year. So
same. I use the word overwhelming, not always in a negative context, but like sometimes we're overwhelmed with joy, or we're overwhelmed with happiness. We're overwhelmed with lots of good things we have going on. And so I think I can resonate with that word right now, because I am overwhelmed in a stress way, but I'm also overwhelmed looking back at the year, seeing everybody that's here today, and just really feeling the love. I'm overwhelmed by that too. So
yeah, me too. I'm overwhelmed with all the emotions, not just one in particular, but all the emotions. And I'm really trying to hone in on the gratitude aspect of the year and the lessons that I've learned, which is bringing me a lot of joy. So
yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm going back over to the chat this morning. Listen, everybody's talking about Olivia's song is such a vibe. It's so smooth, like it's so good. And then CK guessed Brittany's intro correct before she even came on there. She was like, I guessed it. Stacy said to lean into those red heels from your picture that you posted. Oh, I love it. All right, we got somebody else here this morning. Who does this belong to? I don't know. Oh, there's Brian Austin Green and Mario Lopez. It must be Danielle Valero.
Oh, I love that intro.
I do too. And I was just going through, I always make like this, little video reminiscing of the year at the end of the year. And I was pulling pictures and I was like, oh my God, there's so many good ones from when we were at 90s Con this year. It's going to be like 5 minutes of just that.
Yeah.
So many good things. What's your joy this? I know it's still cold where you're at, and I'm sure you had to go and deal with the chickens this morning. So perhaps that's not the joy, but is there other things that are joy this morning?
My nice hot cup of coffee brings me so much joy in the morning. So yeah.
Amen. That deserves a bell. There it is. The coffee's ready. I love that. You got to lean into it where you can get it. You got to lean into it where you can get it.
I had to make my own though. I didn't have a barista. Kind of jealous, but
well, my barista, I don't know if they got my text because I still don't have one yet. So don't lean too heavy into that. So listen, I got a couple of other people that I want to bring on to join us this morning, that are not necessarily co-hosts of this show, but perhaps they host other shows. Perhaps they're in the audience. So we're going to bring them on in just a minute. But I wanted to share something with you ladies today that is really bringing me a whole lot of joy. So are you guys any of you seen this walk for peace that's happening right now? The monks that are walking, these monks out of Texas, are Buddhist monks, are walking from Texas to Washington, D.C. for peace. And it's 2,300 miles. And over 120 days they're taking, and they're making all these stops along the way. Well, don't you know that one of the stops that they made is in little tiny Opelika, Alabama? Well, somebody on this screen was born in little tiny Opelika, Alabama, Miss Margine, along with Jaslyn. Jaslyn was also born there. That's where we lived in Alabama for quite some time before we had moved up to Florence. And so to see the pictures from there and the crowds that were gathered in the square that we used to go and hang out over, there's a little record store by there that I used to go in all the time, and all these places. So it was really cool to see that. And I want to share with you guys a little clip. Let me see if I can switch to that screen, if this is going to cooperate with me. Let's try this one. All right. So I want to play this for you really quick. It's 22 seconds, but this is from the other night in Opelika. I'm going to try to make it bigger so that we can see it. There we go. So I love it. I love it. Love it. I love what they're trying to do right now. I love the message that they're sharing. And it's interesting because I still have a lot of friends that live over in that area. And we were talking about, or they were talking about online how the reception mostly for everybody has been so beautiful and wonderful. And then you get the couple people who have things to say about whatever, they don't necessarily appreciate. And it's interesting because it came into my mind last night, all of a sudden. Now, we've talked a lot about spirituality on the show from time to time, and all of us have our own journey with it. But a Bible verse popped into my head from early days, which is one of the first verses I remember us learning, which is the Beatitudes, where Jesus did the Sermon on the Mount and talked about blessed are, the poor in spirit, blessed are those who mourn. But the one that stuck out to me was blessed are the peacemakers. And when I thought about that, all of a sudden I got very emotional because I was thinking about what we do here on Project Joy and how much of a big hand joy has in the realm of peace. To be able to find that joy, to commit to finding that joy in any situation, good, bad, or indifferent, is really an act of peace. And so I was sitting with that for a minute and just feeling it. And for all of the, the occasional pushback that I've gotten over the years of, you can't find joy in those things. You can't find, there's not joy when someone's hurting or when someone's grieving or when someone's in pain. And I just kind of come back and say, I'm proof that there is. And so I'd love to hear from you guys, anybody that wants to speak to it, how that has shown up in your life. How does joy show up in your life in even the most challenging times? And do you feel that sense of peace with it?
Yeah, maybe I'd like to speak on that. For me, this year was really challenging. Like, I lost my auntie. She's the one who named me and gave me my name, Olivia. And I remember I really clung on to joy, like stubbornly at some times through music, because there were times it just felt so overwhelming, so much to plan, so much to do. And I wasn't trying to force myself, but I just found when I chose joy, it was a bit easier. And I think sometimes as well, people think joy means you have to be happy. It really doesn't mean that. It just means that maybe you're choosing something that brings you peace, or that lightens the burden, or whatever it is. So for me this year, really honestly, even if I was singing through crying or like journaling, like I found ways to find joy, even if it wasn't laughing or feeling happy. So I can really relate to that. And I think another thing that's so important is not to refuse joy, because I feel sometimes people are so hung up on the story of it's got to be hard, it's got to be a struggle, that even when you're going through a difficult situation, how can you be happy or joyous? It's very possible, but you also need to allow it. Like, if you don't allow it, it doesn't matter how great your situation is, you could still not receive joy. So I think that's something I learned. Allow it and let it feel it the way that makes sense to you. And it doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect or you're going to be laughing all the time. It just means that you will find a way for joy to sit in your life in any season. It's very possible.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
That was so beautifully said. And I'd like to add, this year I've argued a lot with myself, my higher self, my spirit guides. I've just done a lot of arguing, and I've gotten back to my daily ritual of journaling. You mentioned journaling, Olivia. I use the Artist's Way, the morning pages, to journal. It's my favorite way to journal. And what I see of joy, because there's a lot of arguing in my journaling, a lot of demanding the answers and asking why and getting really frustrated. And what I got through the journaling was acceptance. And through acceptance, I could find gratitude, and then I could find the joy. And so that's been a practice toward this last half of the year, is instead of asking why, look for how I can find acceptance and surrender.
That's so good. That's so good, because even in the statement that I make on this show, which is that you are the joy, we're also human beings. And human beings are, I mean, we're all perfect. We know that here, but we have our flaws, we have our layers, we have our things that we're working on. And so if I'm saying in this sentence, you are the joy, then you are also all of those other things, which some days is really hard to tap into it. So I love finding the acceptance, and then the gratitude, and then here comes the joy. And it's there. It's just tapping into that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I will have to agree with both of the ladies, really. This year has been extremely tough for me, especially at the beginning. And the one thing that I have realized when it comes to joy is that it is a choice. It is a choice that you, and so when hardships hit me, or when life is lifing, right? I still allow myself to feel all the feelings, but then also do something that brings me joy, whether it's listening to music or doing artwork, or just energy in motion, rather say, is what really helps me. And it made me realize that joy doesn't have to be loud. It can be quiet, in those quiet moments that you're sitting with yourself and you're feeling all those feelings. And when you really think about it, isn't it wonderful to be able to feel all the feelings that we have, whether it's frustration or mad? And then when I get into that, to be able to feel is such a blessing. It's able to help me bring me back to that joy. So
love it. Thank you. All right. So listen, I have a little something for everybody this morning. When we go into February, I was like, we need to have something for us. And I had written these lyrics for a song called You Are the Joy. Wonder where I got that from. Long time ago. And I was able to get some music put to the song finally, and I immediately was in tears to get to hear it with the music for the first time. And I thought, this is it. This is the vibe. This is where we're at for 2026. And so I put together a little something. I asked for some help for this little project. I wanted this is not the entirety, so the intro for the show is a little different, and then the video that you're going to see come February is going to be a little different, but this one speaks to the joy of who all of us are. And so I'm going to bring on everybody else that's here onto the screen as the music is playing, but this is the world premiere of the song You Are the Joy. Here we go.
Wake up, the world is turning. Things to do, lessons learning. Underneath the noise and rush lives fire they can't touch. Not every day comes easy. Sometimes the sky feels heavy, but joy's not only in the light, it lives strong in the fight. When the world dims down, your glow stays
And there it is, the brand new theme song for Project Joy Live. Oh, I love it. Then thank you. Welcome, Jamie, Rich, Ollie, Farhan, Teresa. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. What everybody think?
Wow.
Excellent.
Brilliant. Amazing.
Chills.
Once it, I had the chills initially, and then we had some chatter behind the scenes about getting the musicians that have been on the show to do some little bits and put together a version of it. And I saw Olivia, I saw you singing along back there. So maybe
Very
we'll
catchy.
get that.
I'm ready.
She's ready to go. She's ready. I know. I was singing it like crazy yesterday. I had chills too the first time I got it all put together, and then to start putting some of the videos to it and everything else. Thank God I have good waterproof mascara this morning. So I appreciate that. All right, Farhan, what is bringing you joy this morning?
Good morning, everybody. It is 6:42 a.m. in Southern California. As I was listening to everyone share their space, I took that word and just kind of looked at it for myself. And this joy is a place for me is where I get to dwell now. Like it's not a destination; it's an experience for me, and that's the work that I've had to do for myself. And I believe a lot of times with all the stuff and the circumstances and the worries and the concerns, it's challenging to experience the joy in those, as you were saying earlier, right? So I just believe, I grew up in church and it was like, you gotta, joy is in the Lord, joy is in the Lord. And then you say the Beatitudes and I'm like, you know what? There it is right there. Yeah. And I'm a spiritual being. I possess a soul. And I have this body to experience all these things in. And so when I put my life into order for myself, it put all of that, as you said, in order. And it's like I looked at the Beatitudes and I'm like, those things are in order for a reason. Because if you look at those and how they're mentioned, those are like phases of life. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's where I want to dwell. And if I can find myself in each one of those beings, because it's a be attitude, right? It's not a do attitude. And a lot of times we focus on what am I going to do? What I got to do? What I got to do? I got to go do my joy. Maybe sometimes our language might be our own trap, and the freedom is in our language. So that's my joy is dwelling in my language and creating that space.
Love it. Thank you, Farhan. Thank you. Ollie, I love to see your face, my friend. It's good to see you today.
Well, it's good to see you also today and bring still Christmas vibes, bringing the joy, ho, ho, ho. And,
where is my screen?
I have my chocolate bar, I have my heart, and the most important, I have my friends. Most of them, or could I say all of them, are in the screen or even outside the screen. And for me, joy is here and now. It means that it's about the present. I'm also tapping into Inside Out, the movie about joy, and the fact that joy needed sadness. If joy hadn't sadness aside, she wouldn't be able to get back on track. And also the Kung Fu Panda, the Po, that is about this amazing scene with Uguay, who says, yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it in the present. But at that particular scene, he's doing something that is really reminding me of the present. He taps the tree, and then the apple fall in the hand of Po. And that's the present. And for me, like, I would have been happy that my dad would watch TV right now, but since yesterday is again in the hospital, he's doing a bit better right now, but it was challenging yesterday. So life is lifing, but how could we approach that? It doesn't mean that I could put my head on the sand and say, oh, it's fine, I'm joyful, with my dad having, again, healthy issues. But at some point, it's about, am I useful to the world if I let darkness override my light inside? And so that's it. And for that, Jessica, for the fact that you are also holding the light of Dorothy each and every day since many years. We shall stand for love, even with a heavy heart, even with a broken soul. So just for that, Jessica, or I should say Joycica, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Ollie. And I'm so thankful that you could be here today. And we're sending continued healing to your dad this morning as he heals, and peace for you, my friend, as you're navigating that journey with him. We appreciate you being here today. And I know Jamie Rich was here, but he was having sound issues. So he said that he's here with us in the spirit. So thank you, Jamie Rich, for trying to come on with us. I appreciate you this morning. Teresa's here today. Host of Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light, that comes on Sundays, and they've got their season premiere next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Teresa, what is bringing you joy this morning?
Okay, good. I was over here having so much fun, I forgot about turning on the mic. Okay, what is bringing me so much fun, I think it's been mentioned. My joy right here is hanging out with all of us. Like, I have seen some of the things that we've all been through and stuff. And I want everyone to know, I too had a dark night of the soul year last year, like many of us here and probably a lot of our audience. But I had an advantage that I think more of you should, try, is I get to check out at the Breakthrough Show Network every day. Not just the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I get to be here every day, and we do the poem, we do our exercise and take care of our body. So now we got our mind and our body, and that leaves me set, ready to go. And then when Project Joy comes on later on, that keeps it going. Now, how can I feel bad after that? So it starts the day right. It's like a good breakfast.
I appreciate it. Hey, sometimes it is, I accidentally gave you a bell and it deserved one. So here's an intentional bell for that. It's like, there's times when I felt that so hard that it's breakfast for the soul in the morning, just to have people to check in with every single day. And I think having the last couple of years and growing the virtual community where at any time people can stop in, and we've had some fun lately. Just Farron saying, Stacy, just hop in, just randomly come into my office, and it becomes this like soul session for like 3 hours of just like all the things we talk about in there. There's no limit. And so I just love that. I love that we have these spaces, like when you need somebody, that they're there. And also, and even if like you come into a space and they're not necessarily physically there in the moment, that somebody's been there, because there's always notes in the chat. There's always there's just that energy that's there. And I appreciate you, Teresa. You're always around and always willing to, communicate and come in and do different things in the community. And so I appreciate that about you, my friend. I appreciate it so much. Miss Melinda's here this morning. Good morning, Melinda. She's my neighbor. She's probably out on the front porch right now talking to us out there. So love that. Project Joy Live is a good breakfast. So that too. All right. So Trista, I know, has we're gonna do a little reflection, looking back onto 2025, and Trista's gonna kick us off. She picked a charm for us out of the box to for us to marinate on for a minute. For 2025, Trista, charm. Hold on, I'm going to put you on the big.
Okay. So it's a little like a lantern.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And I have my own thoughts about what it is symbolizing, but I love that you said let's all reflect on what we get from it.
All right. So what does a lantern mean to you guys as you think back on 2025? Light?
Light in the darkness. Yeah.
Light, the candle that
shining
we can hold.
light.
Shining
Candle
light.
we can hold, holding our inner light.
I got direction.
Love that.
And yeah, for sure.
For sure. I don't know. Oh, go ahead, Jessica. Yeah.
I was thinking the lantern doesn't stay lit all the time. We light it when we need light. Like for me, it's about choice. Like picking, showing the light.
Saying, when you think you are alone in the dark, just bring other lights with you, embark other lights with you, because we never know if there are going to be a wind. But if there is one light that is preserved and lit on, it could light up thousands of other lights.
Beautiful.
Very intentional. Yeah, intentional lighting. Yeah.
CK said alignment. Stacy said illuminate the darkness. All right, Trista, what's your thoughts?
I mean, really echoed in everything everyone was saying. I love all of it. I see it as when you have this lantern, it's because you need to put light onto something and that the light can come from inside of you. And I want to echo what Ali said, that when you bring that light, it connects to other light. And so then you can find the connection with others that are having similar conversations on the same wavelength, have, something to offer you to bring you further into the light. So that's kind of what I was getting from it. But when I reflect back at 2025, I will say for me, it was about shining the light into the dark parts of me, a lot of shadow work, a lot of inner child reflection, and being really honest with myself and being willing. Somebody said this earlier, to feel the feelings and sit with them and be okay having them. Because I'm typically the person that says, I'm going to put a pin in that. I'm going to feel that later. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And that does not work. It comes back eventually. It wants to be felt.
Yeah. Put a pin in that. I feel like this last year there was nothing that allowed me to put a pin in it. It was like, you're going to deal with this right now. Thanks for coming, but you're not putting a pin in anything. We're just going to do it. Is what we're going to do. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you here this morning. Let us know if you have any races coming up. Mike does a lot of runs around here with the 5Ks and all of that fun stuff. I just watch from the side. Good job. Great job. Y'all already know. So I love that reflection. Does anybody have any favorite moments from Project Joy or favorite joy-filled moments from 2025?
Can I just say?
Yeah.
The happy birthday song that we rocked.
Yes.
Right? Like the harmony.
Yes.
We were on the same note and the same word at the same time. I was so proud of us for that. And that brought me so much joy.
Yes. Me too. And like the music for sure, like the birthday song, I have the pleasure because the song that we play after we sing happy birthday is like, a rowdy song. We call it the Muppet Energy song. I have the pleasure when we play the birthday song of sitting back and watching y'all act up behind the scenes while everybody's just like just having some fun in the back. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. I say yes also for me, not only the one particular happy birthday song, but the fact that it happens, it's a given. Like each Project Joy episode has his happy birthday song. The fact that you integrate dead or alive celebrities, but also the birthdays of the audience and of the people that are co-hosting with you. That's really incredible for me, that you are integrating all in the same vibes of happy birthday, not saying only, oh, Stevie Wonder, oh, Carrie Fisher, whatever, but it's to integrate the audience birthdays and also the co-host birthday, and to wrap this with a same breath. That's incredible.
Yes.
Oops.
Yes. I thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Ollie, for that, because that's one of the things that I think repetition, is something that can bring us a lot of comfort. Something that is a staple. It's a stronghold. It's the thing that, it ties everything together. And I don't necessarily want to have the same thing in every single show all the time, but just to have those little moments. And I feel like the birthday song is one of those things for me. It's like, we know it's coming every time. It's fun. We can have a good time with it. And to keep on the same theme for just a moment, because this just happened on last Wednesday, and it was one of my favorite moments of the whole year. I have shared this before for all of us that participate in the birthday song at the end, but some of us are perhaps, we enjoy, we're a little more musically inclined or whatever. So we try real hard with the harmonies, but it's very difficult on live to do that because there's a delay between the two people. So to get it to match up, people don't understand truly how hard that is. And the fact that we have pulled it off multiple times is mind blowing. And then on Wednesday, we were 2 minutes from the show starting, and I said, Olivia, do you want to sing a Christmas song with me? And she was like, okay. It was like she was here for the yes, but also I feel like she was like, man, you could have asked me that yesterday, perhaps. But we did Silent Night, and then Olivia came in with the harmonies at the end, and it caught me so off guard with the joy. I just started I'm sobbing. So thank you, Olivia, for that. How was that moment for you? That I asked you last minute.
It was good. Jessica, I say this all the time to people. I'm a freestyle queen. So I'm like, yeah, you want to do now? And so for me, it was fine. Like, I'm ready to sing whenever. And it's like, the thing is, when people find out you're a singer, like when I'm up and about, people are like, sing something, like never sing something. So I'm so used to being asked to sing on the spot.
Yes.
So to me, it was fine. And I loved it. It came out. And it's crazy because when we were alternating, it's like we all got the perfect parts for each other. So it was just, it aligned really well. And yeah, we need to sing together more, for sure.
Yes. I love that.
Agreed.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah. And actually, just to add on to that, like, my moment of joy, honestly, was getting back in studio and making my own music. And yes, I have released lots of beautiful collaborations with lots of other producers and artists, but I really wanted to be super intentional about working on my second album and a solo project. And it has taken so much to get it done because life happens. And 2025, was just, every month I was getting a blow left, right, and center. But somehow it was the year that I was able to get back in studio. And the song that I finished, which will probably be the first one I'll release, I remember listening back to it, and it was really alignment, just how easy it all came together. And I just started crying because I was like, what? This was so easy. Like, I remember working on my first album. It was great, but it was hard. So I was like, I don't want to do that hard stuff again. And so this time I said, I'm going to go with ease and flow and alignment and guidance and the spirit showing me. And I remember I wanted to do another song before the one that I actually ended up finishing. And I just felt led to work on this specific song, and it's literally been the easiest song I've actually probably ever worked on. And so it was a moment of joy through tears and just realizing that when things align, it's amazing. So I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yes, I'm excited. Danielle, any standout moments from you from Project Joy or just over the year?
So in the beginning of the year, when we went to 90s Con and we did the show after and all the pictures and just kind of reliving that moment was really nice. And going through all the pictures and talking about our experience there. So I think that was a highlight. That was a fun show to do. Yeah. So much fun.
Me too. And having you there, I will say from a very personal note, having you there at 90s Con for that last day was so special for me because really, I mean, that was the last time we had seen each other was in the 90s before I moved back here. And so when we sat at the little desks and opened the lockers and like it just really took me back there, you know, we got in the photo booth together and we're like doing that. And it just took me back. And so it was so fun to have you there for that. It really meant a lot to me personally.
Me too. It was a good time. It was so nostalgic, which always gives me the warm, fuzzy feelings. So it was a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Margie, and standout moments for you.
Oh, okay. It's been taking forever for me to get like muted and unmuted, and then it kicked me out. But definitely any of the episodes where Olivia's on, because her music really speaks to me a lot too. So I think anything with Olivia in it was definitely a big standout moment.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. That means so much.
I love it. And I will say fun moments for me with you too were just seeing the way you lit up when you got to meet Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard, and then getting to go to Horror Fest and get your picture with the really creepy Art the Clown and all, like just when we got to see Dee Wallace together. Cool. It was a lot for me. I'm not a big Art the Clown fan, but more power to Margene, who got to go have her picture with him. But it was fun to see you guys to get to experience all that with you and your sisters as well this past year. And I cannot wait. 90s Con. So this is fun. Is happening. It's the 5th anniversary, so they're going all out for 2026, and it's happening the weekend of A Day in our house, which is when my husband adopted my 3 oldest kids, and so we're making it it's going to be so fun. We're making it a whole weekend, and it's going to be a blast. We've got Perfect Strangers, Step by Step. Who else is coming back? The movie Hocus Pocus are going to be it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. Thank you, Margene. Brittany, standout moments for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to take it back a little bit further. In 2024, we had an episode that we were talking about if we ever met, that we were going to be like koalas, and I was going to be the tree and you were going to be the koala, and there will be hugs. And then it led into this beautiful book that we now have out published, and it's been it's my very first, so it's definitely been brought me so much joy. But as I reflected, in all of it of this past year, even coming on the show or even just watching it, watching Olivia and you talk about music, and then just just everyone has their own little thing. But every time that I leave watching Project Joy Live, I leave in such a lighter and happier and more joyful feeling. I always feel it, and that's the best part about the show to me. So
I agree. I love that we released the book this year, and I love that we also celebrated the anniversary of the Friendship Paradox, which the book tied in, as a very simple message to that book to that movie as well, and that we also, even though you weren't here, we got to relive the memories of when you were here, and we got to talk about that and stuff as well. So those were fun moments for me too.
Yeah.
Loved it. Paran, joyful moments for you. Stand out.
You know what, Jessica? When we talk about joy, and we've heard it all this morning, and it's not always from the happy space. And someone mentioned, I think it was Olivia, about you being consistent, right? And so I'm listening and I'm looking back, and for myself, being responsible came from a space of brokenness. right? Because I had to be this latchkey kid at 8 years old, and what I made that key mean, and I became responsible, and but then I look at the consistency, right, and the behind the scenes of this whole platform, and you in the space that you was in at one point this year, that you was like, you know what, I gotta take a break, I gotta step back, I gotta, for me, right? And a lot of times we don't find that space to do it for me. We do things for others, but we also really don't realize we're included in that. So your consistency allowed me to be like, you know what? Being responsible is so driven. Like that drives me, right? But then I'm not committed. Right? And so when I learned the difference between responsibility and committed, but I'm consistent. And being consistent is also the space to say, in the midst of all that darkness, where's my joy that I can take and be there right now and say, you know what, I'm stepping back for a second. And you demonstrated that. And for this show to be, you know, one of your project flagships, and it's like all of that is joy. And you demonstrate that. And then you allow people like us to come here and experience that. And I stand on, you know, as we were talking about this morning, your Beatitudes is so on point, because I realized that I came out of the awakening into the morning, right? And there's been a lot of loss, and I've taken on a lot of loss for myself. And then you hear a lot of loss, but then my word is my lamp, and I use God's word to be my lamp, right? And it's not to shine on the whole world, but like right here, like the lamp is right here. And so you've demonstrated that for us in the midst of that. So I appreciate that. That's where I've seen it, and not just seen it, but experienced it for myself.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I don't have anything to add to that. Thank you, Veron. I appreciate you. Teresa, highlights, lampposts, light from 2025.
My favorite things, it was always like my secret, but I'll tell y'all, my favorite things for watching Project Joy are when the guests get Jessica laughing. Okay, there's just this laughter that Jessica has. It's so deep and so out here that you can't help but to laugh too. And so it is like Brittany, Danielle, and Trista. I see that most with you guys. You guys could just get Jessica almost falling out of the chair. Okay, and that's my favorite thing. Besides what they're saying about the consistency, knowing what's going on in your life, and yet you still show up on your designated days to give us what you give us, that is amazing. I mean, talk about light work at its shiniest. You know what I mean? So yeah, for the consistency, but double for the laughs.
It's, you know, laughter is a good thing. It's a good thing. Because you almost, even in your darkest moments, if somebody says something that just brings that it's almost impossible to stop yourself from laughing. You could be feeling the worst kind of way, and you at least crack a smile in it. And so laughter is important, but I cannot even tell you, and I've said this time and time again, every time we have a finale of this show in particular, this show has been a lifeline for me. Because there are plenty of days, I promise you, in the last 6 years, had it not been for this show, I would not have gotten out of bed. And that would have just been it. But it's the, like Veron mentioned, drive and consistency and responsibility. And I feel when I committed to doing this show, I said, and it's so funny you talked about the light too, Veron. All I could hear in my head, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And that's how I saw Project Joy, is why am I gonna keep the joy to myself? Sure, I could sit here and I could write the 52 things and I could do the inner work that we all do, you know, and I could sit, but why do that? Why not just share the space? And so it has been a lifeline for me, and I'm so incredibly thankful for all of you being a part of the network, the show, and being so open to the crazy ideas I have sometimes of just going like, let's do this. Okay, Jessica, whatever you say. Trista, can you give us a charm for 2026? Looking ahead.
I pulled a charm, and what's so funny is it came out twice. So I'm going to show you. So I use this little, it's just a little 1-ish charm spoon, and that way I cannot stick my hands in there and be, touching everything, because I feel like that might influence it. Anyway, so
cheating.
I know, exactly. So this charm came out twice. It was like a little stack like this. And what it says, it's a disc, and it says, and I'm going to change it to they, because it says they believed they could, so they did. And I don't think we could have a better charm for 2026. But I'd love to hear how that resonates with everybody and what's there for you. What's there for me is like anything is possible if I believe that it is, and I believe that I can. So I'd love to hear what's there for everybody else in they believed they could, and so they did.
All right. A couple words from everybody real quick. What does that mean for you for 2026, Teresa?
Okay, good. It's on. Hi. Well, what it means for me for 2026 is that after all I was through in 2025, what mattered the most was that belief in myself. And so I feel that next year it will be fully embodied.
Love that. Brittany.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. It's just believing that it's pretty self-explanatory, really. And they believe they could, so they did. It's just stepping into that power, stepping in, and that's what I feel.
Olivia.
I think the first thing that came to mind for me was with my creativity, like not limiting it based on resources that I can see. Just being like, if I'm envisioning it, just say that's enough. Like it will come to pass. So it's a very big one for me, especially with my music and visuals, because I tend to like stop and be like, but this 2026, I'm just gonna say I want a drone. I'm gonna get a drone.
There it is.
Worry about how it's gonna happen. Just envision it and then allow.
Yeah. Beautiful. Farhan.
Yeah, the first thing that came to my mind was order, and the awakening I have. The really that morning has been a space for me because I started this spiritual journey in the loss of my dad, right? And so the awakening came, and then God gave me this prayer at 16 years old, and I thought it was a rap verse, and it never left me. And it's when I was in my mother's womb, I had a calling on my life to do something in the glory of God and marry like a wife, commit myself to his word and never be led astray. And when it's all over, when he comes, I'll be glad to see that day in the morning time. And so for so long, I thought the morning time was the AM morning, but then the morning time, the Holy Spirit showed me that it's also the morning of the grief. And so when I got that for myself as, oh my gosh, the revelation, we did it. We did a grief show. Like we've been in the space of that morning. And so now it's this next phase. And I noticed that I'm a 5-year mark. Like every 5 years, I'm evolving to this new way of being, and this next phase is the order and putting things in order.
I love it. I am reminded of a verse myself. I believe it goes something like, joy comes in the morning. So I'm reminded of that. I'm reminded of that often. Thank you. And thank you for sharing that. It does sound like a rap. I mean, it sounds like a poem, a rap verse. That could be like the Olivia. I saw her listen. She was like, this is good.
Look. When I got it at 16, my stepfather's in the music business. So we went in the studio. My sister and my cousin was singing background. My uncle got the track and like we recorded it but that was all I could say. Over and over was that part. It was like, years later, that's not a rap verse. That's your personal prayer.
Nice. Love it. I love it. Margine, looking forward. What is that? They believed they could. So they did. What does that mean for you?
To me, that means, I guess, trust in yourself and believing in yourself. And I know for me this year, I did not believe in myself this year. I did not trust myself enough this year. And usually I'm like pretty good about that. But this year I was not. And I think next year it's really important every year to just trust yourself and believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in trust, then nobody else will. You are the best to stand up for yourself. You are the president of your own. You're the best thing for yourself. And I think as long as you believe in that, everybody else will believe in that.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Thank you, Margine. Danielle, what does it mean for you going into 2026?
Well, what Margine just said spoke to me because 2025 was me at war with myself. Really having an inner struggle with what to do and how to do it and not believing in myself the way I should. And I think 2026 is going to be the year of, really tapping into my creativity, really believing in myself and trusting in myself and letting go of all the insecurities that I have and just moving forward and believing in myself this coming year for sure.
Love it. I love it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Everybody, I mean, we talked about it. Does everybody know what time it is? What time is it, everybody? It's time for birthdays.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, everybody. That just brings me. So you have no idea the joy right now. Okay. All right. In the world of celebrity this morning, Margine made me make sure to mention Ross Lynch is 30 years old today. He was in many movies for the teenagers, the kiddos, like Teen Beach and all of that. I did enjoy him on that. What are some other things he was in, Margine?
Austin and Ally. I think that was one of the first things he was on. And then he's a musician and I listen to his music. So
there you go. Happy birthday, Ross Lynch. Actor John Voight is 87 years old today, everybody. Wow. Yeah, I know. Wow. Farhan, I feel your face.
He was old when I was little.
Listen. All right. Actor Jude Law is 53 years old today. Actor Ted Danson, 78 years old today.
Wow.
I know.
No way.
That's wild.
No way.
I know. Actor Diego Luna, 46 years old today. Actor Mekhi Phifer is 51 years old today. I'll just leave it at that. And because I love Mekhi Phifer. He's incredible. Anyway. Mary Tyler Moore, by the accidental bells all the time today. Mekhi Phifer, everybody. Okay, there's that. Anyway, Mary Tyler Moore, who passed away in 2017, had a birthday today, an incredible actress. Actor Michael Cutlitz is 61 years old today. And the celebrities in my life, a childhood friend, Matt Maddox, has a birthday today. And two breakthrough alums have birthday today. The incredible Sylvia Tam has a birthday. And the amazing, has appeared on the show so many times, Ray Coates has a birthday today as well. Incredible musician, singer, songwriter, all that fun stuff. So happy birthday, Ray. Anybody else have birthdays I'm writing down this morning?
I have one.
Okay.
from the show Solid Gold a long time ago when most of us were young. Okay, the dancer, Tony D. Fields, the Solid Gold dancer, yesterday was his heavenly birthday, and I don't know what age he would have been, but
that's very nice.
A lot, so I liked him.
Very nice. Thank you, Teresa. Anybody else going once?
I have somebody today. Her birthday's today. Her name's Kathy. She's like a second mother to me for a while, and also she used to be my boss, best boss I ever had.
There you go.
So
very nice. Happy birthday, Kathy. Love that. Anybody else? We good with the list? All right. We haven't done it with this many people in a while, but here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Happy birthday, dear Ross, John, Jude, Ted, Diego, Mackay, Mary, Michael, Ray, Sylvia, Matt, Tony, and Kathy.
Holly Gold.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating.
Alfalfa came out. I don't know where alfalfa came from. It was
so fun. So fun. Listen, does anybody have anything to share? We'll go around really quickly about anything that's coming up in the very near future or that we want people to pay attention to. We're going to go around. Trista.
I have a mail club, and you can join by the 15th of January to get the new theme, which is Compass You Are.
Ooh. Little Nirvana action there, Trista. Love it. Definitely jump into the Destiny Charm Dispatch because I got my first little happy mail and it's amazing and so fun. So definitely jump in on that. Thank you. DestinyCharmDivination.com. Danielle.
I do have some stuff I'm dabbling and working on, but nothing I want to like put out there yet. So I'm going to keep it close to me and hopefully everything works out.
Okay. We're all sending the good vibes. We're sending the good vibes.
I need all the good vibes.
There it is. Margine, what do you have going on?
I'm not. I'll be on the show next year.
Yay!
And since Tristan said, "Come as you are."
Yay! Love it. There we go. Thank you, Margine. Farhan D.
Again, putting things back in order. My sickle cell trait conversation is going to be back in order of how I even got to be in front of everybody here, right? That experience. And so FarhanD.com is everything that I'm up to in the community, but I'm putting that back in order.
There it is, FarhanD.com. All right, Olivia.
In the next 40 to 50 minutes, there will be a vlog on my YouTube channel. So please go watch. It will be the final episode of Swiss Vlogs. It's the 5th one. So please go watch, subscribe, like, comment. I love creating content. And this is probably one of my favorites because it's got a performance. I performed for the first time in Switzerland. So it's got a snippet of my show in Switzerland as well. And also exploring the Alps. So it'll be a really cool one. So today on my YouTube channel, Swiss Vlogs episode 5.
Love it. Thank you. And you guys can find it really easily. Just search Olivia Ambani on YouTube and she'll pop right up for you. Yeah. So thank you for that, Olivia. Miss Brittany.
Oh, yes. So starting in the new year, every Thursday, I will be starting on January 8th, I believe is the date. I'll have mindful doodling, and then the following week on Thursday will be craft circle, mindful doodling. So every Thursday there will be next year we'll have an event.
Nice.
Very nice. We're looking forward to that. And T-Dubs, Miss Teresa.
Well, next Sunday, we have the season premiere of Spirit Sessions, where we will be celebrating the new year, Capricorns, and everything else. It's going to be exciting. So I look forward to that.
Very nice. We are excited. And she has lots of events coming up on our event calendar as well. So we're looking forward to that. We have another event that's going to be super fun coming up with Miss Trista this year. She's got some things going on, some little bubbling in the works with Miss Danielle. There's some good things happening behind the scenes. We also have another brand new show starting on the network next Sunday with Jamie Rich, who was here earlier. Rise and Shine Sundays. It's happening the hour before Spirit Session, so 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And he's speaking to the more seasoned crowd, 50 and older, everybody. But we're we're excited. We're excited about that because that demographic is big for us here. There's a lot of people, I think, 40, 50, 60s that are just trying to find that, that exploration in their life. And that's what Rise and Shine Sundays is going to be all about. So we're looking forward to that as well. And then we have, what else can I give away? We have a little something else in the works for perhaps a new show in Q2 of 2026 as well. So that's in the works behind the scenes. I am sworn to secrecy on that one. So that's about all I can say about that. I'm sorry. And then a couple of fun things. First and foremost, coming up today, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. It is the fifth time that I'm hosting the Your Word, Your Year workshop, where we do the word of the year. And it's great even if you already feel like you have a word of the year, if you're like not sold on it. I really try to make the choosing the word accessible, but we also go in layer by layer and how can we make the word work for us throughout the whole year, where you're not coming up in July going, I don't even know what word I picked, or it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I try to make it so everybody understands how we can make it work for us. So that is happening this afternoon, and I put the link in the chat for you guys. In addition, the Blue Duck Society is open. And I'm very excited. You could go to theblueducksociety.com. I'm going to put that as well. The first cohort begins on January 7th. And it is intended to be a creative think tank for entrepreneurs who are ready to bring their blue ducks, their thing that they want to see in the world, to life. And I'm super excited about the people that are a part of it already. We're having so much fun in our little group experience. And I can't wait to see who all is in there when we get started on January 7th. So I put the link for that, theblueducksociety.com. You can go for that. Anybody have any final words that they would like to leave with us today?
I wanted to say, joy and happiness, right? We have those two conversations together. Your daughter triggered in my mind trust, but also confidence, right? And so what I've learned for myself, it's my soul, the mind, will, and emotions, it wants so much trust, but it can't handle it. But what's in the soul that we look for as well is the confidence. And so that self-confidence, if I could get self-confidence in my soul, it leads to the trust in my spirit, right? And so those two for me work together. Right. And then I had to tell the truth that Farhan doesn't have 100% confidence in himself. So then what's my measure? And I do have about 80% confidence. And so I could stand in that 80% confidence, but then also have to look at the 20% where I lack the confidence and do the work in that area. So that 20 becomes 15%. and it lessens. So sometimes, our words describe our world, and there's freedom in our language. And sometimes we focus on trust when we should also look at how much confidence we have as well.
Yeah.
And then the joy and the happiness, as the songs say.
That's it. Yeah. Any other final thoughts? Going once, going twice.
Enjoy the rest of this year. It's just sprawling ahead of us. We have so much time.
Still got time. You still got time.
Yes, you still have time. There is that. It's never too late to go, hey, I'm gonna commit to remembering that I am the joy and that it's there. We just got to choose to tap into it. Thank you all for joining me today for the season 6 finale of Project Joy Live. We are going to be back on Wednesday, February 4th for my birthday celebration. Looking forward to that with everybody. And cannot wait. Well, same time, same place, 9 a.m. Eastern time, only on the Breakthrough Show Network. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you guys in 2026. Bye, everybody.
Wake up, the world is turning. Things to do.